それはない。
That way lie forbidden lusts. Not to mention, Lukaku's such an innocent girl. If I brought her to a hotel, she'd probably faint from shock.
ま、ざっとこんなところね。どう？私のレクチャー、少しは役に立った？
Absolutely not, but okay, thank you.
お前のレクチャーではなく、マニュアル本のレクチャーだろう。
In that case, I don't have to waste money.
にゃにゃ。今日まあ、誰かとデートするのかにゃ？
See, just ask Ferris for help. That would be so much better. Ferris comes out of the table carrying drinks.
お待たせしました。アイスコーヒーになりますにゃ。
As usual, she pours in milk and syrup right in front of me. Curisi watches this with great interest. I guess this is her first time at a maid cafe.
デート相手は、マユシーかにゃ。
Hell no. Ferris winks at me playfully while stirring Kurisu's iced coffee.
なぜそこでマユリが出てくるのだ？
はにゃ、違うのかにゃ。じゃあ。
Ferris looks at Kurisu.
この子なのにゃ？
No.
いや、こいつは助手だ。
Kurisu and I exchange glare sharper than a sword's blade, and I swear sparks are flying.
じゃあ別の子なのにゃ。今日待ってばいろんな子に手を出しすぎだにゃ。
If this was my way, it wouldn't be happening.
いろんな子に手を出しすぎなのか。
That's not your problem. Okarin became a mad scientist for Mayushi's sake, right? Maybe it's irresponsible of me to say you don't have to act like a bad guy. Okay.
何をバカな。
Well, I guess I did hug Ferris. But that was on the 14th, so when I time leaped to the 12th, it was undone. I shake off the pang of loneliness and return to the conversation. I feel so alone. So you would have already had a nice relationship with Ferris. Just saying. Then you wouldn't have to worry about any of these. Don't have to worry about her crying at all. The world works. The next day finds me strolling around Akiba with Lukaku. The most amount of people are happy with that ending. Event number 1, lunch in a family restaurant, is already complete. I took care of the bill, and now we're back out in the heat. I've got the entire day planned out in my head. Oh, no, just let it. Have a rough schedule, but be flexible. Don't follow everything in that book. It's going to be awkward. The next event is...
街をブラブラするぞ。しよう。
It's Oban holiday, so Akiba is crowded. To avoid the crowds, we end up walking through the back streets. My plan is to walk with Lukaku all the way to Ueno and back. That should be enough, right? Don't count. I walk quickly. Oh, no. Have a nice leisurely stroll. Not a fucking... I am going to sprint through this thing. This conversation thing isn't going so well. I try to follow the guide's advice and be a good listener, but Lukaku is silent by nature. She doesn't really start talking on her own, so you gotta take the lead. Even at the family restaurant, the words we exchanged were mostly just like, "It's crowded today. It's delicious." And it was delicious. And I think it was a mistake to just wander around. Especially since we've ended up in a residential area with no interesting scenery whatsoever. Lukaku speaks up. She's a few steps behind me.
なんだ。
I stop and turn around. Lukaku catches up and we start walking together again. Absolutely not. Just lie. Yes.
Oh.
Of course, what I actually remember is how I met the male Lukaku. It was during Golden Week in May. I was searching Akiba for materials to build a new feature gadget when I saw Lukaku in his Miko garb surrounded by some cameramen.
そのコスプレすごく燃えるっていうか、ここまで巫女服を着こなしてるレイヤー見たことないし。
Good lord. Fucking cool your jets, buddy.
これはコスプレじゃなくて。
できれば可愛らしいポーズ取ってもらえるとめちゃ嬉しいんだけど。あ、じゃああれだよ、あれミコミコオーバードライブのめぐみだ。来たー、それ最高。めぐみだん知ってるよね。やってくれないかな。
知りません。
なんでそんな嫌がるわけ？コスプレして秋葉に来たのって写真撮られるためなわけでしょ。なのに嫌がるとかおかしくない？そうだよ。それとも俺たちがキモいから拒否ってるわけ？
違います。これはコスプレじゃなくて。
To be honest, the Miko Gar fascinated me. Because Miko are sacred, chosen to serve the gods. I know college girls are doing it for money these days, but as far as I'm concerned, that's sacrilege. As it is demanding to photograph a sacred Miko, I couldn't let it pass.
そこのカメラ小僧だ。え？なんだよ君。
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. What?
この俺を知らないだと。俺の名はハーイン・キャーナ。神が地上に具現せし灰色の脳細胞の持ち主にして世界に混沌をもたらす狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。何こいつ。マジ吉。それぐらいでやめておけ。その巫女が嫌がっているだろう。なんという中二病ですか。かっこよく女の子を助けてセックルに持ち込もうとしてんじゃね。下心見え見え。これだからドキュンは。
Sex. A magical girl anime with 5 Miko girls as the protagonist. Its target audience is adolescent girls, but many men in their 20s like it too, for some inexplicable reason. God damn it. Sex. Oh, I'm glad that they actually added that.
ドキュンはお前たちだ。か弱い女子に男2人でまとわりつき、天津さえ変態写真を撮りたいと懇願するとは。オタクのプライドすら捨てたか。い
え、
聖なる巫女を怯えさせるカメラ小僧。カメラ小僧などではない。それは単なる変質者だ。
Except this is gonna be
聖地秋葉を歩く資格はないと知れ。
probably it's gonna just flip, and it's not that she doesn't interrupt saying she's a guy, because I assume that's where it would go. I assume it'll be the same, just that it actually is just a girl.
なんだと？可愛い三次元女子をローアングルから狙うのはみんなやってるだろう。素人のくせにお高く止まるなって言いたいね。秋葉にコスプレしてきてる時点で無差別に取られても文句言えないでしょ、マジで。
違うんです。僕は男です。
Instantly, our jaws drop to the ground.
だから僕なんか撮っても意味ないんですよ。
Don't worry, there's still some guys that are interested. Lukaku murmured sadly.
え、マジで？そんなの嘘だ。こんな可愛い子が男のはずが。
男です。喉仏もありません。
Lukaku lifted his chin a bit, exposing his pale neck. The gesture was really sexy, bud. It was indeed a lump on his neck.
じゃあ下もついているんですか？
Yeah, wanna see? Oh god, no! Lukaku nodded reluctantly. He was already crying by that point. So were the cameramen.
なん らわしいな。っていうか男なのに巫女服着てるとかマジ吉だろ。
Coming from the guy who has wanted low angles.
騙された気分だよ。
They left the place mumbling complaints all the while. Those bastards were a disgrace to otaku everywhere. Daru would have said something like, "Someone this cute can't be a girl. So you're a trap, awesome!" Daru is the true otaku.
どうもありがとうございました。
ああ、いや。
でも僕みたいな男を助けてがっかり。
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was hoping to get some sex in return, but you win some, you lose some, I guess. A little late to apologize now.
期待に添えなくてすみません。
お前、名前は？
漆原ルカです。
なぜ俺に謝った？
だって僕こんな顔なのに男だし。
そんなことはどうでもいい。
I will have sex with you regardless. What?
お前が男だろうが女だろうが関係ない。だがその悲願だ根性、気に入らないな。
Here's a sword, swing this around for a while.
ついてこい。お前にいいものをやる。そのアイテムさえあればお前は勇気を得るだろう。お前の中に眠る真の力の存在にも気づくはずだ。どうした？力が欲しくないのか？
いえ、力ですか？
そうだ。俺はお前に力を与えることができる。さあ、求めろ。欲しろ。力を。カメラ小僧にも負けない。お前だけの力を求めるのだ。
まさかその後武器屋本舗に行ってサミダレを買ってもらえるとは思ってもみませんでした。
いや。
I didn't expect he'd actually come with me. But when he did, I realized that he had potential. That's why I bought him the 980 yen, tax included, demon sword. Goddamn tax. Afterwards, Lukaku and I went through intense training to develop the Saishin Sanma, Sword of Swordsmanship. In retrospect, I can't believe I said all that ridiculous stuff. It makes me want to crawl in a hole and hide. You still say those kinds of stuff.
とてもびっくりしましたけど、でも岡部さんがあの時言ってくれたそんなことはどうでもいいっていう言葉はすごく嬉しかったんです。変ですよね。そんな言葉に感動しちゃうなんて。
Lukaku's cheeks then turned rosy pink. Her blush is too powerful, I have to look away.
でもその言葉があったから好きになったんです。
え？
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second! Is she saying what I think she's saying? Just hold the fucking phone right now. But that Lukaku was a guy. Does that mean I made that guy Lukaku fall in love with me? I'm gonna go cut my dick off real quick. My mind goes blank. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god! By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. I'm gonna go jump off a building. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked.
今日はすごく楽しかったです。
そうか。
She's just saying that out of consideration. I can tell that she's forcing her smile. Although the date, all through the date, I couldn't stop thinking about the time Lukaku fell in love with me, so I barely made conversation at all. That manual was completely useless. On this world line, Lukaku was a girl from the beginning, so Lukaku's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine. But even with that in consideration, Lukaku's story still felt out of place.
それでは
Lukaku fidgets as she whispers.
なんだ。
また明日。
え？
She wants to go out on a date again tomorrow. I mean, we are a couple and we are going out, and that means we like each other, and it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day.
明日も岡部さんと一緒にいたいです。
どうも。
ダメですか？
ダメなんてことはない。うん、本当に。
よかった。
Lukaku smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside me.
それじゃあまた明日。
I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another day tomorrow. Tomorrow.
てってるー、おかえり。
リア充は死ね。
When I return to the lab, I am greeted by Mayuri's smile and Daru's pure hatred.
まさか中二病のオカリンに彼女ができるとか。 飯まずってレベルじゃねえぞ。
ルカちゃんとのデートはどうだった？
まあなんとかステージクリアしたかも。
Probably not, actually.
ねえねえ、あさってのコミマ、ルカちゃんとオカリンでコスプレカップルとして出てみようって思ったりしないかな？オカリンからもね、彼氏としてルカちゃんを説得してほしいな。マユシーがどれだけお願いしてもね、ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ、コスプレ。でもラブラブなオカリンからお願いされたらね、きっとコロって OK すると思うんだ。
断る。
なんで？
Because Komima is on the 15th. Mayuri is fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before death cosplaying a Komima?
正直なところデートの面白さがさっぱり理解できない。
ゲー、オカリンてめえ、それは世の中の童貞諸君を敵に回す発言だぞ。謝れ、童貞に謝れ。
だって考えてみろ。相手にひたすら気を使い、気まずい中で二人で歩き回って食事をして帰る。どうだ、面白い要素があるか？
オカリン、そんなこと言うとね、ルカちゃんが悲しむよ。
Mayuri's expression is uncharacteristically serious.
好きな人と一緒にいるだけでね、女の子は幸せなんだよ。満足なんだよ。男の子はそうじゃないのかな。だとしたらマユシーは寂しいです。
Why would that make Mayuri sad?
オカリンがマイノリティなんだよ。つうか、デートって言えばエロイベントたくさんあんだろう。
お前は実にバカだな。
何言ってんだよ。手をつなぐとかマジエロくね？腕を組んでおっぱいを肘に当ててんのよ状態とかエロすぎっしょ。そしてデートの終わりにはキスして締めだろ。チキショー、リア充のバカ。
エロゲーのやりすぎだ。
ねえねえ、ルカちゃんはいつからオカリンのことを好きだったのかな？
いつからって、それは。
とてもびっくりしましたけど、でも岡部さんがあの時言ってくれた「そんなことはどうでもいい」っていう言葉はすごく嬉しかったんです。その言葉があったから、だから好きになったんです。
I think back on what she said. Something still feels off about her story. I said that Luka's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly. But didn't I say that because Lukaku was a guy?
そうだ。そうだよ。変だ。
Now I know what feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukaku, so why does this Lukaku remember what I said back then? I recall what happened with Ferris.
思い出したにゃ。フェイリスが叶えたのは10年前に死んだパパを生き返らせることにゃ。
Ferris regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukaku too have remembered the previous world line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers that event and she said she liked me for it, so... Did Lukaku like me even when she was a guy? She has to. I think I need to check this out. The next morning, I head to the shrine to meet with Lukaku. Hypothetically speaking, if you were a guy and I said those kinds of things to you, would you have still fallen in love with me? Yeah, that'll go over well. She's already waiting in the courtyard. When she sees me, she smiles and waves her hand. Too cute, must resist.
おはようございます。
なあ、うん。
今日はそのどこへ。
それよりルカ子。
はい。
I make up my mind and throw out the question.
お前には男だった頃の記憶が残っていないか？
What? Hell no. Lukaku twitches for a moment. Then she hangs her head.
そんなことありません。
本当に？
Lukaku nods stiffly. I consider a more forceful approach, but the words of that dating manual blaze inside my mind. Whatever you do, don't make the girl sad. You might get dumped. If I get dumped, then what will happen to our 4-day agreement? That'll go out the fucking window. Lukaku might refuse to turn back into a guy. No, Lukaku's not like that. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance. I'm sure no matter what I say, she'll turn back. Or is it naive of me to think like that? Either way. Even though I'm doing this to save Mayuri, I can't just trample on Lukaku's pure maidenly heart. God damn it, Christina. Neither of us speak. Mutual distrust, suspicion, discomfort. One word would shatter our temporary relationship. Lukaku is the first to speak, first to break the suffocating silence.
ごめんなさい。今日のデート
Shit.
中止にしましょう。
Lukaku bows her head and goes back into the shrine office. I hurt her. I feel guilty, but at the same time relieved. I hate myself for it. Instead of returning to the lab, I stand on the bridge in front of the station and gaze blankly at the stream of people. Yeah, this fucking worked.